So should we roll into Odette? Any other announcements?
No, I'm ready to go. Itching to start.
We do have a photo contest going on, you guys. So it's a naughty and nice photo contest. And you just post your animal's nicest or naughtiest photo on there. And it's attendee voted. So you guys vote on your favorite photos and we count how many emojis are under that photo. So that is rolling through, and we'll probably do one other photo contest throughout the week. We go until December 1st. We're going to leave this group up. You guys can just pick through everything, grab whatever you want, free gifts, giveaways. Everybody, you have to designate how you're giving away this year. Last year, we tried to do a giveaway live, and other than Conor's first 3 people that just made comments, which we'll roll back in the live stream and see who were the first 3 people. We'll reach out to you, make sure you got Conor's candidate and what else.
Yeah, well, going to do candidate, and I was also going to do access to my seminars. My big plan was to have 2 videos, 2 different types of videos. So I will have a coupon by the end of this, and I'll give access to my role of nutrition in behavior, which is probably my most popular course on my website. And so I was going to give that free to anybody that's attending. And so I will give that coupon code out to anybody that gets the catalog. It'll come out that way as well. But for the moment, yeah, we'll do the teeth cleans for the first 3 people, and we'll see what else comes out through the night.
Right on. Excellent. And you guys, if you have a little suggestion regarding this dog respiratory issue, feel free to throw in a little tidbit tech idea in there, because I know people are super panicked about that right now. Conor, do you know anything about that?
Oh, what's this?
So UC Davis just claimed a dog pandemic on the United States.
Ooh, I do love that word, pandemic.
I know.
Positively allergic to it now.
So people are freaked out. It's respiratory illness of unknown origin. Maybe it is known now. You guys can fill us in. But if you just have a little holiday suggestion to boost your animal's immune system, great. I'm going to make a homeopathic list, and I'll put it as a download in my vendor book too. And so, yeah. All right.
Yeah, we do a show on Tuesday nights called Raw Pet Medics on Facebook. It's live, and 7 o'clock we do it on here, so it's about maybe 11 o'clock Pacific time. And Judy Morgan shares it from her page as well. And I guarantee you by Tuesday, we will have a look at what this thing has come out of UC Davis, and myself and the 2 vets I work with, I think they're the top natural vets in the world. We will discuss this for sure. So this is news to me, and I hate being caught on the hop. But this is exactly our sort of stuff. We'll have a look at the science behind it, see who's saying what, see if they have a drug ready for it, which always casts a little bit of doubt. So we'll see what it's about, and we'll talk about it on Tuesday night. So if people are stuck for info and they're a bit worried, I guarantee you we'll cover it. It's frequently asked questions on Tuesday night. We do it once a month, the questions bit. So we do the hot topics. So this is a hot topic. I guarantee you we'll cover it on Tuesday night for us, Tuesday morning for you guys.
Great. Okay, Odette, we're throwing you. Starting Aaron.
Nice poo hat.
Erin's got her clock ready.
Okay, they're very good. Yeah, so just on the respiratory thing, just like with COVID and everything else, it's just all fear-mongering, panic. So just relax, take a deep breath, go outside with your animals, get them exercise, get them good nutrition, heal their, make sure their gut is in good shape, and they'll be fine, because it's the terrain that is important. It's not the bug, so we have to move away from that whole germ and moving on to the terrain theory that is really supporting the animal's body to stay healthy in the face of everything. And that kind of ties right into what should I talk about my offers, or what?
Yeah.
What do you do? Let's hear.
What do you do, Odette? Just give us a quick 20 seconds on what you do.
Yeah, so I'm a holistic vet, and I work on educating pet parents and bringing some clarity into the whole overwhelm, because there's so much information out there on the internet these days. It's basically exploded. And so I basically help to bring it back to the bare bones, and then we can add the little, muscles to it, basically, because I find that with all the advertisement, the lives and podcasts and everything, people get a little bit lost in the whole supplements and things to do and lasers and blah blah blah, all the different things. And it's a little bit like, you have a bunch of furniture that's all new, but you don't have a house to put it in. So basically helping to bring that structure back in so that people really understand what it takes to keep the animals healthy. What are the basic, foundational things that are necessary? And then you can start to plug in the supplements, the additional treatments and such. But that's what I do.
Love that.
A really good foundation so that people understand it. Because what I find is that oftentimes, people for example, have a dog that has allergy or can't jump on the couch anymore. The first thing that people ask is, what supplement can I use for this? Yeah. And I'm like, well, that's not the right question to ask. I mean, it is a question down the road, but the first question is why? Why is the dog all of a sudden not jumping on the couch? It's not because it all of a sudden got old. Or why is it suddenly itching? Well, it's also not a sudden thing. So we have to kind of go back and do the diagnostics and really figure out what the underlying cause is, so that we know what we're dealing with, and then we can make a plan. And then that plan will hopefully work. Obviously medicine is a bit of an art form, so there's a little bit of trial and error for sure. But unless we know what's going on, we don't really know what to do. And we may waste a lot of time. And that's what I've done in my journey. I've had some really significant chronic diseases that basically laid me flat on my back for like 10 years. And that's in that process, I learned a lot, and I realized that I have to have a strategy to actually create that healing and allow the body to heal. And
nice. Again, I'm gonna jump in there and say, what's your offer? So
my offer I'm already over 3 minutes.
It's cool. It's good info.
Well, you did talk about the dog flu thing, so we wanted to give you some grace on that.
Yeah, so my offer is my free masterclass, which is all about gut healing, which is, kind of the future of medicine. There's a lot of research on that. So that's kind of one of the foundations that I'm definitely focusing on. So the masterclass for restoring the gut. And then I also have 20% off on all of my e-courses. They can also be found on my website, on my new website, should I say?
What's that? Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. What's your new website?
It's still OdetteSuiterdVM.com, but it has a whole new look. Cool. A fun look, I think.
It looks nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then, to celebrate my new website and that whole accomplishment, I'm offering $600 off on my big program to help people, guide them, provide them with all the foundational information and really guide them on the journey, for years. So it's having a vet at their fingertips and learning some logic.
Lovely. I love that, Odette. Get the foundation right. I think that's so important. I think that's a great message, and I totally agree with that. Certainly with nutrition and behavior, people want to train it out of the kid, and it's like, well, listen, hang on there a second. Is he even producing some happy head compounds from his own gut? Maybe his gut's in disarray and the dog is just obliterated. Great message. Thanks very much, Odette. Sorry to rush you on, but we've 10 more.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Odette. Good stuff. Erin is all over the timing. My God, that was quick.
Dr. Rob Silver, Real Mushrooms.
Hiya, Rob.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having us here today, and happy Black Furday to all. Myself, Dr. Rob Silver, Jody Camlett, and all the wonderful folks at Real Mushrooms have helped to create this incredible Real Pets line of mushroom supplements. Want to take this opportunity to announce the launch of our newest Real Mushrooms for Pets products. Today is the reveal of the name of this functional formulation. Its name is the Daily Dog. That's DAWG, in honor of the bluegrass mandolin virtuoso who I love, David Dog Grissman. And this product is now available through real mushrooms. Let me tell you about it a little bit. It's a scoopable powder that's available in wide mouth bottles to maintain freshness. It's the first in a new line of products that I'm designing that are hypoallergenic meal toppers loaded with functional mushrooms, powerful nutraceuticals, and adaptogens. And a sneak peek into some of its ingredients includes krill meal, a powerful probiotic, Saccharomyces boulardii, 7 functional mushrooms, 4 adaptogens, and a patented seaweed product, and more than that as well. I designed it as a morning meal topper, and this functional formula will get your pooch off to a powerful start each morning. Meant to be a once-a-day product, but for more profound effects, it can be given twice daily and at higher doses for those critters with increased needs. And today, in honor of Black Furday, we are offering an introductory 30% off of this brand spanking new product. So get some now. And we also are offering a free PDF I've written that talks about 5 mushrooms and how to dose mushrooms as well. So I thank you all for letting us be here today. And in terms of this unknown upper respiratory ailment, it looks, from what I've been reading, to be more viral in nature. But my suggestion is to try our 5 defenders mushroom blend with reishi and turkey tail and shiitake, maitake, and chaga, because historically it has worked really well for humans and for the pets with upper respiratory ailments. So everything that Odette said is absolutely true. We need to deal with the terrain, but it doesn't help to throw a few mushrooms in there as well, does it?
Yeah. Love it.
Sorry, you guys. I like dominated. Here, let me get my video view off. Okay, here's our gallery. And here is, let me replay spotlight. Sorry about that. Very good, Dr. Rob. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You could. I love that. I love the subject of mushrooms. Just, I love that book, Entangled Earth. Have you heard about that by
Yeah.
Merlin Drake? Oh
Lovely
yeah.
book. Lovely book.
Oh, it's so good. Even the way he speaks is lovely, but just an eye opener for someone that doesn't understand anything about that world. But it would make you believe, or make you realize, you know nothing. You know, it's just this whole other kingdom. And mushrooms is something I wish I had more information on. My head guy in college was a myco specialist and was a fungi specialist, and I was always enwrapped. He was giving me these cool ideas throughout college, and so I've been fascinated with it ever since. So I can't wait to check out that new product. Thanks very much.
And Conor, I will be offering a 6-hour online course with CIVT on medicinal mushrooms that you might want to pick up on.
Oh yeah,
It'll
I
help
do.
make soup to nuts on medicinal mushrooms.
Nice. Yes, I'm all over. Cool. That sounds great. Thanks very much for that. That was a perfect pitch.
You betcha.
Bronwyn,
Hi, can you hear me okay?
you're
Yeah.
great. Go. I'll remove my spotlight.
Oh, you know how I'm a nervous wreck with this. You have to coach me.
You seem very calm.
So my name is Bronwyn Farley, and I'm the founder of Dulce's Legacy. We are predominantly known for our programs, and my Unity program, where I work with hospice and cancer dogs. I want to redefine how we look at, or how we treat hospice and palliative care. In my Unity program, of course, with my cancer dogs, I take them on for the duration of their life, whether that's 3 months or 3 years or 6 years. We also make good homemade treats. I love our jerky treats and our bone broths. And then my husband grows my microgreens for us. We do microgreens in the form of microgreen herbs and the adult forms of like broccoli, spinach, kale, Brussels sprouts, all of those things. I want our nice leafy green veggies with our NRF2 factors so we can support and fight against cancer cells.
Nice. Love it. And where do you get these dogs? Are they shelter dogs? Are they stay with foster homes?
No, I actually work remotely with all of my clients. I have clients from the UK to Canada to Mexico and throughout the United States.
Cool.
I make myself available to them 24/7. And like prime example, 2 nights ago, I had 2 emergencies. One was at midnight and the other one was at 4 a.m. And she called me up and I walked her through it and we all went to sleep.
That's awesome. Bronwyn, how do people find you for this service? How do they contact you?
You can contact me and find me on Facebook. I'm awful at Instagram and TikTok. They don't allow me. I talk a lot, so they don't allow me to say as much as I want to. But you can find me on Facebook. You can message Dulcie's Legacy, and you can also go to the website at www.dulcieslegacy.com, and you can find Ellie's Jelly line there too.
So
Cool. I love
Bronwyn,
it.
talk
Yes,
about
ma'am.
your amazing line. You have microgreens, you have all sorts of products. So you have this amazing cancer concierge service that you are like 24/7 all in. I don't know how you do that, but then you have a whole product line. Talk about that.
So our product line, I mean, I like many of us, like CBD Dog House, she wanted something clean that she could give her cancer dogs. Now, I was obviously too late for Dulcie, but I wanted something very specific for my dogs. I chose specific herbs like moringa or calendula, things that drain the lymphatic system that I could pair with my microgreens. We're also getting ready to move from gently air dried to freeze dried. So that way we're not losing any of our vitamin C. When you air dry them or gently dehydrate them, you're going to lose your vitamin C. There's no way around it. So we're getting ready to move that over to the freeze dried section. And then we put our microgreens with our jerky treats. I predominantly use cooling. Well, I use cooling and warming, but I like my novelty proteins. So you're not going to see things like pork. I do have a beef only because people love how jelly and concentrated it is.
So your
Yeah.
time is up, but tell us your hack for dog respiratory.
So I didn't know that I couldn't do a trivia question this year like I did last year. So we are giving away our build your own box, which means 4 bone broths, and you get your choice of a jerky treat or a microgreen or 2 jerky treats and a microgreen. You can build it as per needed, and on the website you can build your own microgreen packet. So there's 15 to choose from, and you get to choose 8, and you can choose those herbs that benefit your dog. Everything is about itemized for that body only.
How do you want to give that away? Do you want people to just comment on your vendor booth or?
That would be perfect. Yes. So my
Okay.
pop quiz question is, who are the 2 tribes that used psilocybin for their hunting dogs?
Nice.
Ooh.
So if you guys know the answer, you hop over to Bronwyn's vendor booth in the guide section and you answer that. First one who answers it correctly wins this $170 value box. That's awesome. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm interested in the answer. There's actually 3 or 4 psychiatrists working full time in Trinity
I
College
love it.
Dublin on psilocybin. And this is
Yes.
Ireland, so like we don't like any natural stuff. We don't like anything that grows out of the ground. It's only pill form for us. So, but here we are, little old Ireland, with 3 or 4 people paid full time in university because it's so effective. For various different issues and usually a lot of mental health stuff. So that's cool, bro. I want to know the answer, so please let me know because I haven't.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Bronwyn.
Today we have Jen from Piggyback Treat Company.
Hi there, I'm Jen. I'm the chef and owner of Piggyback Treats. At Piggyback Treats, our mission is to reduce food waste, and I piggyback with about 45 family farms and small businesses to do that. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. We've been in business for about 7 or 8 years now. Prior to this, I was a chef for humans. I've cooked my whole life professionally, and I also grew up on a small farm. So there's lots of food knowledge that goes into the creation of everything we make. And we actually make over 80 different items right now. I prepared a video. If you guys want to share it, you're welcome to, or I can just keep chatting with everyone.
Yeah. Well, listen, if your video is about 90 seconds long, absolutely, you can press play. But
no, it's okay. Yeah, I'm happy to keep sharing. Yeah, I did about a 3-minute video, but yeah, based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
How do you have 80 different pieces of stock? Oh my God, how big is your website? That is.
It is. It's a lot. And a lot of the items are broken down into specific sizes for specific size pets. So that adds to the amount of inventory we have. Because of the way we source our ingredients from over 45 different family farms and businesses, it means we have access to a lot of different things. When a farmer comes to me and says, I I don't like throwing this away. My chef heart breaks a little bit, and I buy it from them. And that's how I develop every item in our whole line of inventory. I just ask a question. What do you wish you had a customer for? So if it's chicken feet, duck heads, beef spleen, I find a way to make it into a treat. Most everything we have right now is air dried raw, and we use temperatures below 120. It's a long process. It's a lot of airflow. Takes me about 2 to 4 weeks to dry some of the bigger items, and our organ meats tend to take about 2 days, sometimes a little bit longer.
Wowzers. Yeah, organ meats are just, everyone is coming to realize now that they are just a sink for the best nutrients. All meat eaters go straight for those organs first for a reason. It's got everything they need, and yet it's excluded from most dry foods. Raw dog foods just use a bit of liver, maybe a bit of heart, but there's so many organs in the body that we can exploit, and it's considered waste by most big farms, big processors, but the smaller farmers know well. And this is brilliant. So you get to pick up the smaller organs. That's just fantastic. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
and every farm we work with is pasture raised, grass fed, and then I also work with some businesses.
Right.
So with those businesses, it would be wild caught proteins like venison, from small butcher shops during the hunting season,
Yeah.
or salmon, which is our best seller,
Love it.
byproduct of sport fishing up in northern New York.
Cool. That is
Yeah,
high quality stuff.
That
Love it.
is so amazing. I love your mission. You were here last year. Thank you for coming back. And I just think what you do is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
How do
thanks,
we
Jen.
order? How do we order, and what's your holiday gift giveaway?
Yeah. So you can go to piggybacktreats.com and you can order from our website. We ship all around the United States and to Puerto Rico. One day we'll do international. You can follow us on social, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook, Piggyback Treats Company. Go to our website, piggybacktreats.com. At the top, it says, join us, hop on. Sign up there, and I will send you a sticker in the mail, promo sticker. It's a nice quality one. Stick on your water bottle.
Nice.
Cool. So Carol
Sounds
Ketchel is say Philly strong. So you have some lovers out there, and they're pretty excited for you.
Thanks for having
Jennifer.
us. Treat
Thanks, Jennifer.
sustainably.
Good luck in the business. Sounds cool.
Okay, next we have Dr. Roberts. So let me change spotlights, and thank you, Jen. That was awesome. Aw,
Conor,
you.
this is Hayo. She always likes to get on the screen. But Conor and Poppy, thanks so much for putting this on. I mean, it is what you guys have pulled together at like last minute is just crazy good. So thanks very much.
Thanks,
So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Dr. Ruth Roberts, obviously, but I'm the original holistic pet health coach. I designed the original crock pet diet. And I've been a veterinarian for 33 years, sold my practice in 2016. I was doing one-to-one consults. And somewhere around the time of COVID, it was just incredible the difficulty people were having getting access just to conventional care, let alone holistic care.
Yeah.
So about a year and a half ago, I started training passionate pet parents and pet pros to be holistic pet health coaches. And it's a 16-week program. It's very intense. It's actually accredited for 40 continuing education hours by the RACE board here in the US for US and Canada veterinarians and vet techs. So it's a very intense program. But the goal is this: veterinary medicine needs a paraprofessional, and it will take 10 or 20 years for the powers to be in the veterinary profession to decide that they'll get down to it. They've been talking about a position similar to a PA for over a decade, and nothing has happened. And so what I'm doing is training people in the basics of understanding physiology, and then functional medicine, as well as traditional Chinese veterinary medicine, and giving them some idea about how to help pet parents using diet, supporting the gut, using the systems of functional medicine to help improve detoxification, all that good stuff, so that the body is working more efficiently, regardless of what the health problem is. If you can support those pillars of digestion, detoxification, and reducing inflammation, then everything's going to get better. but that's what I've been doing for the last year and a half. We have 45 graduated coaches. We have another 45 that are enrolled in the program. And my goal is in the next 12 months to have 350 coaches graduated. So how do you work with a coach? You go to the website, you go to drruthroberts.com, click the consultation button, and then what you'll see there is some information about what the coaches do, and then you can start looking at who's there. And they're different, each of them have different skills and things to offer. So some folks do red light therapy, some folks do pulsed electromagnetic frequency, others do aromatherapy, others do essential oil. So there's just a lot of folks there that can help you. And we've upped their game tremendously. So that's what I got for you.
Okay, so we have, Dr. Ruth, what is your canine respiratory recommendation? I got to meet you at Feed Reels, so that was fun.
That's right. Cool. Sorry, that was a crazy day. So Poppy, yeah. So my recommendation, there's a couple of things. I mean, so vitamin C is always a good option. And what I would suggest is what you would call the bowel dose. I would start with something around 50 to 100 milligrams for smaller dogs and work up to 200 milligrams up to twice a day. And what bowel dose means is the stool starts to get a little soft, and then you need to back down a little bit. Which
vitamin C specifically, Ruth? Which vitamin C specifically?
So if you can get an ester C product, I think those work very well. And if all you've got available to you is ascorbic acid, it works in a pinch. But I think that's any of the human products work just fine, in my opinion. And then the other thing that's been successful for many folks is actually the Breathe mushroom tincture by Micah Dog, Angela Arlino's product. And I've just really been pleased with that. For a myriad of other options as well.
Right.
So I wanted to know if your program involves equids too. So
not yet. It's been like 35 years since I've looked at a horse, but it's definitely, my goal is to get as many veterinarians participating with us. Dr. Chris Besant has done some teachings on TCVM herbal selections. But that's my next goal, is to bring as many veterinarians into it to teach, so that all of the knowledge that's out there is available for these students to use to help support their clients, dogs and cats, and horses, hopefully.
Yeah.
And so we have, thank you, Dr. Ruth.
Thanks for your time, Ruth.
And we have Sierra or Candace just hopped in. Candace is actually supposed to be our next person, but she just joined. Sierra, can you jump in there? Do you have a minute? There you are. You're outside today.
Yeah, I hauled to get my horse's feet done. We're multitasking today.
She's feeding her horses, Poppy. You should be jealous. Poppy didn't feed her horses this morning. What do you think?
Well, I'm
about
getting
that?
their feet done, but I did feed them too.
Oh, good. There you go. You're one ahead of Poppy. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're totally fine. So my name's Sierra Crawford. I am with Sozo Equine. I teach online classes for, sorry, I'm trying to get out the sun. I teach online classes for equine kinesiology taping, equine cupping and blading. So just sort of some physical therapy modalities. My heart is for horse owners to be able to take care of their own horses, because the horse owner is the first one to know something's off. So a horse doesn't have to be lame to be off, right? And so when a horse owner says they just don't feel right, I want them to be able to, have some sort of plan of action to do something. So I have online classes. Like I said, I have a free class for everyone who wants it called How to Know What to Tape. That's my most common question. They're like, well, when I tape your class, how will I know what to tape? So I have a free class. It's about a 40-minute video of me just talking. How do you know what to tape? And then I'm giving away a free foundational masterclass. So that is my taping masterclass for horses. It's a $675 value. So if you guys want to go comment on my vendor booth, I will do a drawing of those. And if you need to get a hold of me, I'm Sozo Equine LLC on Facebook, Sozo Equine _ on Instagram, Sozo Equine on TikTok, or you can email me, info@sozoequinemo.com.
Love it.
Sarah, you are actually a human physical therapist.
I'm an occupational therapist, but yes.
Yes. And so it's so
Yeah.
much fun to see that you took your human knowledge and brought it into the horse space, because I feel like there's a huge deficit in the equine field of experts that actually really understand the dynamics of animals.
Sure.
Now,
I love it. I was seeing awesome stuff in humans and then took it to my own horses, and now I'm trying to take it to other owners. I love it.
do you do
Did I
dogs?
see? Yeah, so I was gonna
So
ask.
you know what? My dog class is coming out in January. It just kind of stumbled. I stumbled onto it so many times. I was at a barn and they're like, "Will you also take Jack running around here?" And I'm like, "Sure." So my class will be out in January for that.
You'll tape anything. I saw an image of a horse, and there was a crisscross of tapes across. It looks like, is that there's like this taping that you see in dogs, almost like thunder shirts, but they're kind of straps as well. Does that surely work for every animal? Is that like a fascia thing that you're trying to manipulate, or?
Yeah, it depends on where the crossover is. Sometimes the crossover is on top of the sacrum. Sometimes the crossover is on the spiral fascial line. So it depends on exactly where the crossover is. Sometimes people cross over kissing spine vertebrae. And so depends on where the crossover is. But yeah, it's super cool.
Seems such a easy, obvious thing that should be
Yeah.
helping for a myriad of issues,
It's really amazing, actually. The way it works on the nervous system is incredible.
Are you supported by any of the veterinary community? Or do they
There
see,
is recent. I'm sorry.
or do they see this? Do the veterinary community use this?
Yes, I'm working on getting it out to more of them. They think it's great, but there aren't many actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sarah, that's so exciting. And you also do cupping, which is
Yeah, and blading. Yeah.
and blading. So you
Yeah.
guys hop on her pre-made video shows a lot of that. It's actually really cool.
cool. Love that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and thank you guys so much for doing this. Thank you for inviting me, Poppy. Thank you for all the work, Conor and Poppy. This is really an awesome thing. I'm excited to be a part of it.
Cool.
Oh,
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thrilled to have you. Okay, so next, Candace, we're gonna throw you in there. There you are.
So
I'm so glad you
Candace.
made it back. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you had another place to go.
and I am so grateful for y'all to have this event. I'm so sorry I missed it last year.
That's all right.
I think this is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
And what do you do, Candace?
Well, basically what Poppy was saying, many years ago, I got sick, got told to go home and enjoy how short my life was. And when medical profession failed me, I started getting into the herbs. I got into iridology. I got into so many different things. I'm still here. That was back in the mid-70s. So what amazed me was the fact that we didn't use any of this anymore on animals. Of course, we used to a long time ago, because all these things are really not new. They're old things that we are bringing forward, but we lost the idea of using them on animals. And I couldn't believe it. So I started doing equine iridology back in the early 80s. And it's like when one door closes, another one opens. So you start looking for the next thing. You work with your veterinarians. Hopefully you can have a veterinarian that you can show that I'm not trying to take your place. I just want to do what I can to support my animal through nutrition, whatever of what some people call alternative tools are out there. There's a place for all of us. I mean, together we thrive. And I mean, I just believe that you need to do it all. You can't do just one or the other.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, the body as a whole.
Yeah.
You have to work with the whole thing. So gradually, what happened?
Yeah, because of this journey that you've gone on, you've created this event, right?
I have. I am so concerned with the misinformation that is out there in social media, in the world, about essential oils. And you can use them on everything. It doesn't matter if they have paws, claws, hooves, whatever. And people think that, for example, cats are a big discussion, that you can't use essential oils on them. They walk on them every day if you let them outside. I mean,
Yeah.
they're constantly around essential oils. It's just they're not around synthetic essential oils. And we've got to make sure that we have the purest we can possibly get. So I put together Paws, Claws, Hooves 2024 Integrative Animal Conference. And here we've got veterinarians that have lab research, all the test results to show that we can get benefits from these, that we can help support our animals this way. And there are more and more veterinarians out there, but there's so many people don't know that the veterinarians are getting involved with this. So this is not going to be online. You have to show up. The speakers are showing up. You can't get to know us. You can't get to ask your questions if you don't show up. So it's going to be in Salt Lake City, and it's going to be in July 12th through 14th, 2024. We're going to have it there at the fairgrounds. And love for all of you to come see this. When you go to the lead page on this, and I believe the link's up there for you, you're going to see there's a presentation that I did on my own personal horse that happened to deglove her hind leg. We didn't know what day she was going to deliver. 90 days later, she delivered a foal that, because, I mean, there is a time and a place for medical drugs. She had to have them. It was a long journey. And 90 days afterwards, regardless of the fact that she had had so many drugs in her, because we supported her nutritionally, we used essential oils, we used frequency. This mare has barely a scar, and the foal survived. It's an amazing journey. I invite all of you to come watch it. And there's some other free things in there for you. In fact, I actually had a field trial that was published in the American Holistic Veterinary Medical Association Journal.
Cool.
On a novel, it was a novel dietary supplement for canine parasitic gastrointestinal infestation. And we showed that you could support your animal, your dog, by using essential oils. And it was so amazing because we had
Candace,
50 dogs.
I'm gonna stop you because your time's up, but can you jump in a recommendation for this canine respiratory mystery infection?
There are a lot of the oils I would use. I would use hyssop, would be one of them, Ravensara. Those, and of course, frankincense is always wonderful, especially since we don't know what we've got going. And of course, any of the melaleucas or the eucalyptuses, you're going to have to support the immune system and support especially the respiratory system at the same time. So I appreciate the opportunity to share with all of you.
Question, would you just do it aromatherapy wise or actually topical? I thought melaleuca was toxic to dogs.
That is a question that you will have answered at our conference.
When you come to Salt Lake.
I use it all the time.
I need to go to Utah.
I use it all the time.
Okay,
Yeah,
great. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you.
Thanks, Candace. Appreciate it. My wife is in Salt Lake City 4 times a year. She works with Ancestry.com, and yeah, so their headquarters in Utah. So she's in Utah all the time, and I keep threatening that I'll go over there with her one time just to hang out and see a bit of Utah. I've always wanted to see it. Maybe next time catch a bit of aromatherapy lesson while I'm over there. It sounds good.
That sounds fun. Rita Hogan.
What's up, Rita?
Hi, how are you?
How you doing? You all right?
Great. I'm doing really good. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for putting this on. It's just awesome.
Good fun. It's good fun. What's happening, Rita? What are you up to?
Just a lot of work. Just got a lot of things coming up, and just getting things done over here. Two-woman show. It's got a two-woman show.
What do you do, Rita? Tell everyone what you do.
I'm a clinical canine herbalist. I have been working with plants in all forms. For over 20 some years now. And it's my whole life. I love it. I am just about the canine flu. I'm putting something in the chat. I don't know if you can share it with anyone, but I am having a lung and respiratory clinic on Tuesday night. It's absolutely free. You can sign up. I've had lots of emails. I mean, just, you know, inundated with tons of emails this week about I'm freaking out, you know, and people just need to breathe.
Yeah.
Just go dead.
Yeah.
You know, we just need to make sure we're not in that mindset of that we need to beat down germs. We just need to fortify the terrain and the environment. And herbs are really great at doing that. Plus, I will be discussing, like, if something were to happen to your dog, what to do and how to care for your dog. So that I just put that together yesterday because I felt like it was a need. So for Black Friday or Black Furday, I am offering 20% off all my entire website, canineherbalist.com, and also my teaching platform where I have my courses, 20% off all my courses. For this event, I have made a page for my upcoming level 1 holistic canine herbalism course. So that is up for, you can purchase that. And then my phytoembryonic therapy course comes out on December 11th. I've been doing that already with some vets and some people in beta, but now it's out for the general public. So that will be out December 11th. And then I have my canine energetics course, which people love. I also have a community. It's a subscription community. It's $10 a month. That's on sale as well. That's where you can ask me anything you want and have a great community in there. I do live trainings and Q&A every month. And then I have a podcast, which is free. It's called Dog for Individuals. Check that out. People love it. I love it. It's super fun. I just ramble on. And then I have a free gift to share with you guys. My antibiotic recovery protocol. It's absolutely free. And I don't know where that is located, Poppy.
I'll put it in the vendor booth. I've withheld everybody's links, and you guys, it will take me a little bit of time to load everyone's free gifts and discount codes, but that's my whole day.
Yeah,
I have
we're all
nothing planned but doing that today. So be patient. But if you want to expedite those codes, buy the catalog and you can just have access to all that right away. Rita, you're giving 2 gifts to the Naughty and Nice winners.
I love Naughty and Nice. So I am giving 2 custom blended teas to share with you and your dog, to 2 people. And so I will custom blend them according to your liking. I mean, I will ask you a couple questions and I will send them out and anywhere in the world.
Love it. Rita, you grow those herbs out your back garden. I saw you trimming something and something yesterday. You made me feel really bad because I just thought, look at you going out your back garden, probably in your bare feet and trimming herbs and making stuff. And I thought that is what a herbalist is supposed to do, you know, like Odette in her poo hat. You just do it every single day. So it's cool. I saw a study there recently. It's not a new study where echinacea was used very successfully for kennel cough or a type of cough in dogs. Everyone uses the term kennel cough, and there's 20 different coughs in dogs. Rare enough that it's going to be actual kennel cough. But what about echinacea? That seems to be a wonderful immune boosting virus fighter. Is that a go-to of yours?
It's definitely a go-to in a lot of different forms, and I love blending with astragalus, especially as kind of a pulsed 2-week on, kind of a week off, 4 weeks on. Those 2 are extremely effective in the beginning, kind of as kind of like when you start noticing signs, they're really great. Or as a preventative, you can also mix in homeopathy with that. I love echinacea in both forms, the Propea and the Angustifolia, which there's 2 types of echinacea that are normally used. There's lots of echinacea, but there's 2 types that are normally used, and both are very effective. Didn't know that.
I just saw the study. It was only 20 dogs or something, but I thought nobody talks about that. What a lovely, simple solution for.
Oh, it's great.
Often we see a cough in a dog and we panic and we'd say, well, when I get a cough or a cold, I just stay in, and I rest up and I don't walk around with a collar on my neck. It's kind of basic stuff that the pet owner could be taught. But it depends on how serious this thing is, so I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
And can I just say one more thing?
Yeah,
I mean, I
please do.
think what's really important is to understand your responsibility to your dog as to just to breathe and calm down and know that your dog's not going to explode. And so, the more panicked we get, the more stress we're putting on in everyone in our environment. And so we really have to just calm down and try not to fear and panic. Because it's not only a detriment to our health, it's a detriment to our animals' health. So
Yeah. I take all my cues from natural and holistic vets and natural and holistic doctors. And when they start telling me there's an issue about something, I listen, because I often think they are very well read and they don't panic. And when there's something to worry about, they let me know. And I choose my sources very carefully. Okay, that's cool. Thanks so much for your time, Rita. That was great. Great info. Appreciate it. It's cool. Thanks for the giveaways too.
All right, Connor, that's it. That's all we've got on the live stream for our sponsors.
Wow, that was different to last year. Last year we had Judy Morgan waiting for 2.5 hours, and it didn't work out for us to do that. But,
yeah, so if you guys attended last year, it was a marathon. It was, I think, 8 hours, Connor. I think
that was a serious marathon. Seriously, I had to change my shirt a couple of times. It was just it was hardcore. But yeah, we need to make a few like, as people are talking about these coupons and giveaways and stuff. I mean, any amendments we have to make, we can make on the fly, because the catalog is instantly updatable and whatnot. So anything that you see or you think of, or something we didn't get to because information is changing, let us know. We can change it instantly. It's not a tricky business. But yeah, that was great. I love that info. So it sounds like Rita's thing is the one to listen to on Tuesday night to get some info. Good thing is she's in the US, and so she won't be on at the same time as us. So I'm going to get her information first, and then I'll pass it off as my own information 5 hours later on Raw Pet Medics.
You
Lovely.
should have Rita on RPM.
Oh yeah, I think we've had Rita on already, but this would be the time to do it. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I don't think so, Connor.
We haven't had you on yet, Rita. Uh-oh, this is terrible. Is this still live? Oh my God, are we still live? We'll just edit this out. Thanks, Rita. Gotta get you on, Rita. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I just muted you, Rita. I'm so sorry.
That wasn't me, Rita.
I said maybe you did, and I just don't remember. So maybe it's on me.
I was surprised. I thought you have been on, but anyway, look, we'll get there. 2024. It's another year, but yeah, cool.